Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for coming on with myself, Cooper, and my good friend, Mr. Brooke Schneider. Welcome back, Mr. Brooke Schneider. Today is about some changes to immigration. And I'll get the one out that you're all waiting to hear. And that is there is no changes to the retirement visa. That is staying the same. Okay. What is changing is the easiness to get a Thai bank account, driver's license, and the ETA visa. So I'll go into those in order with all of you. So the first one being the bank account. Okay. So I everything that I'm telling you here, folks, is only here in the Pattaya area immigration here in
Chumbury.
Chonburi area, which is where we live, Jomtien. Okay. And if you go to a different immigration center, it may be different strokes for different folks, different rules. I can only tell you what's happening in our area and that they simplified everything. So it makes life a lot easier for everybody out there. So if you're going to Bangkok, Hua Hin, Phuket, it may be a completely different procedure. Down here where we are, this is the latest update that I can give you. And first off, with the bank account, yes, you can get a bank account here in Thailand, in where we live at our immigration center in Jomtien, if you're coming in on a 60-day stamp.
Nice.
You can get a bank account. However, what they're saying is you have to have 30 days remaining on your entry stamp. So if you're coming over on a vacation, you're coming here for 2 months, you don't want to carry a lot of cash with you. Yeah. Easiest way to do it, open a Thai bank account. The agents can do it now. The fee is 5,000 baht. Okay. So as long as you got more than 30 days stamp on, they will open you a Thai bank account, okay, with Bangkok Bank. There is a catch 22 to it. The catch 22 to it is if you're over 50, not a problem. You can do it. Like I said, if you're under 50, you have to take out the insurance with the Thai bank.
What
Okay.
insurance?
They have an insurance. We got it
Medical?
yeah, it's a little 5,000 baht insurance.
Yeah.
Really ain't worth the paper it's written on, it's only valid if you're staying the night in hospital.
Okay.
So you'll get 5,000 baht off your bill, basically. So if you're under 50, you can get the Thai bank for 5,000 plus the 5,000 for the insurance. Total is still under $300. Okay. If you're over 50, you only have to pay the initial 5,000 to open the bank account. That easy. Okay. So those are the two criterias they're saying now to open a Thai bank account here in Thailand. Moving on to the second one. The second one is in regards to your driver's license. Again, you can get a Thai driver's license here if you're here on 60 days now. Before you couldn't, you had to have a full-time visa. Now they're saying they can do it on a 60-day. As long as you have an international driving permit. So if you're coming over with your stateside license, no chance.
Oh, good to know.
So if you got a Canadian license, a British license, Australian, American, you need that international driving permit. Okay. For those in America, you can get that at AAA. Okay. AAA can give you the international driving permit.
Yes.
It's accepted here in Thailand. In England, you go to your post office and you get your international driving permit there. So you get that, you come over here, you can get a car or a motorbike license. Before, you had to have a minimum of a 6-month visa, be it education visa, the digital nomad visa, retirement visa, working visa, something like that, with a full stamp and the passport. Now they're saying, no, you can do it on a 60-day. Okay. because a lot of people are coming over and, for example, semi-retired, and they're coming over here a couple months at a time, go back home for 6 months, come back again for 2 months. They can get a license. All right. Now, the last thing on the agenda that they spoke about is the ETA visa. And the ETA visa, folks, is the online visa that you have to apply for. And it came into force in January this year. Okay, so it's like a pre-approval to come to Thailand. For example, America's got one, it's called the ETSA system. So if you're not an American citizen, bar Canada, of course, you have a special arrangement, but everybody else, they have to go online and do the ETSA application to be able to go into America. Well, Thailand's bringing that in. It's called the ETA, and it came into force this month. Right. Here's the latest on the ETA, folks. To do the ETA, you have to go through the Thai embassy in your country. So if you're in America, you do it through New York or Los Angeles, okay, or consulate. You go onto their website and it'll say the ETA visa. You click on it, it'll pop up. And right now they're in the trial phase of the ETA visa. So it's not mandatory yet. It's only voluntarily, okay? And I asked immigration, I was there the other day, and I said, why are you bringing in this ETA? And I was told by a friend of mine, I took Dennis there to get his resident certificate so he can get his motorbike. And I'd asked my friend there, I said to her, I said, you know, why are they bringing in this ETA? And she said, what it is we have people that are blacklisted from Thailand that have been here overstay or committed crimes or stuff like that. And they often get in through back channels. They want to stop it. So providing you're not blacklisted from Thailand, you're going to be approved. Okay. It doesn't matter if you got, you know, a misdemeanor in your home country for drunk driving, getting in a bar brawl when you were 21, you know, or petty things. It doesn't matter. As long as you haven't been blacklisted from Thailand, they said you'll sail straight through it. Again, it's only voluntarily right now. They haven't got it set up through all the embassies, but they're saying once they've got it up, set up through all the embassies, there'll be an announcement in the Thai Royal Gazette. And that's at that point, it becomes mandatory for everybody unless you're already here on a visa. So for example, if you're here retired on a Thai visa, you go on vacation or you go visit friends or family back in your home country, you don't have to do the ETA online to come back in because you're already in the system. You're already a resident here. So it's not something that you have to worry about at all. It's those that are coming here as tourists. They have to do the pre-approval to get here.
Which sounds pretty simple. You just do it online.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it's a 2-minute thing. It asks you for your date of birth, your name, your passport number.
I had to do that
and your
when
flight details.
Yeah, when I went to Australia, I had to do that.
Yeah.
You know, just did it online.
Darlene and I had to do it when we went to Europe.
Okay.
So a lot of countries require it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And you said it's currently in the testing stage. And
yes.
It's optional.
Yes.
Yeah. Good luck with anybody applying for that if it's optional.
Yeah. And they're saying it's free of charge. There is no cost.
Now, I bet you it'll be a charge when they get it running.
Well, I mean, they're saying there's no charge.
Yeah.
That's what immigration told me. I can only go by what they tell me. Whether the government wishes to put a levy on there, who knows? But I do know that to apply for the ETSA visa for America from England, it was about $100. Ooh, yeah. So it wasn't cheap. Ooh, you know, from England. I had some friends that did it, and they were going to Vegas, do a bit of partying and coming back. And I think they said they paid, it was like $100 US.
I think it was $10 for me to get to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing is, Jackie had a visa, so she didn't need to do it. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but they used an agent. I wonder if it's any cheaper if they did it direct. They went through an agent and got it quick approval. So, you know, because they had a flight leaving out in 2 days' time. didn't know that you needed an ETSA visa, because England has always been visa on arrival in most countries. It was when they only just brought it in, it was quite a few years ago. And they ended up getting in touch with an agent saying, hey, can you help us? And they're like, yeah, we can fast track it. Here you go. And I think that was probably the fast track fee that they had to pay. So that is the whole update in regards to immigration here in Thailand. There's been no update on the digital nomad visa. You still have to do it out of your country, but you can renew it here in country. Okay. There are agents out here advertising they can do it, but they're sending you to the consulate in Laos. So they're not doing it here in Thailand. So be careful if you're trying to come over here on the digital nomad visa, better known as the DTV visa. There are agents out here saying, yeah, we can do it for you. You fly out here thinking you're going to get the DTV. Next thing you know, you're on a long bus ride to Laos, and you got to go to the consulate. So you're staying the night in a hotel and everything else. Yeah. So
my advice: don't go to Laos.
Yeah. So there's been no updates there. The government's not made any new announcement in regards to any of the other visas. Just that they're making it easy for the Thai bank account, also for the driver's license, and then for the ETA.
Well, I know we got asked a lot of questions about can I open a bank account on first timer, and well, that's good to know you can do that.
Yeah, and first shout out of the day is from Owen Larson, who bought us a coffee and says, because you are worth it. Thank you, Owen Larson. God bless you. How did he do it? Well, we changed the QR code there. It's that black one now, and you scan that with your cell phone, and it takes you to our Buy Me a Coffee page, and it costs $5 for a coffee. Really helps the channel. Nice. We don't get paid by YouTube for making live streams, only when we're making videos, unfortunately. So let's start today's show off.
Vincent's having trouble posting on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I saw that comment, and we looked because we saw your comment pop up about 10 minutes before we went live, Darlene and I, Vincent. We looked, and we didn't see any pending posts from you to our Facebook group. So what I advise you to do is delete it and then redo it and submit it, and we'll see if it pops up. We'll accept it. Not a problem.
Maybe he's got to change it.
Providing there's no links in there. If you're putting a post to a link to a different group or a different page or a different site, automatically we don't see it.
Yeah,
because we set ours up. No advertising allowed.
And somebody mentioned about possibly colons or certain characters might get rejected
by Facebook automatically before we even see it. Yeah,
and there's probably some words that are not allowed, but same.
Yeah, got that, there. Vincent.
Pending.
Yeah, we don't have it. Delete it and redo it again.
Disappears. Well, it wouldn't be us disappearing it. So.
Yeah. And he then goes on, I saw that, and then please help. Yeah. So just delete it, Vincent, and resend it, and we'll get it approved for you, providing there's, it's not pornographic, it's not rude in nature, or it's not advertising somebody, then it pops up on us and we just click accept.
Sounds like Danny Hall, Danny Vega, perfect title for me because I'm heading over there in April and I'm retiring.
Well done, Daniel. Well done. You're going to love it here, buddy.
Yeah, you will.
But they basically made life a lot easier. A lot of people would come over here on a tourist visa. They don't want to carry a lot of cash with them. They want to open a bank account, and you have to have the 30 days remaining on your stamp to get the bank account because it takes about 3 weeks to process. So as long as you come over here, you get with an agent straight away. Any agent can do it. I recommend Sing, but you can use your own agent, whatever. If you have somebody preferred, or friend recommend, go ahead and use them. Anybody can do it. And it takes about 3 weeks. And then you get your IBAN number, you get your card and the SWIFT code and your bank account. And they give you all that on a little slip with your savings book. And all you have to do is just transfer any money from overseas over here. You don't have to carry a great deal of cash with you. Makes life a lot easier.
And I think too, if it's your first time here, why not get it done? And you can start, do a small transfer just to make sure it's all working fine. So it's one less headache for you, when you're coming back full time, that it's working.
Yeah.
Heath McDaniel, good morning, evening, watching from the valley of Southeast Tennessee with unfortunately 5 inches of snow on the ground.
Wow. Ooh. I don't miss that, Heath.
Don't miss that at all.
I wish you all the warm weather when you get here.
It's been perfect weather here, guys. I'd say the last 6 weeks it's just been absolutely ideal. Like cool mornings, nice for walking, and nice breezes, and not too humid. And Mikey Baker's back. I mentioned.
Yeah, and I was just about to give him a shout out. And
say,
welcome back, Mikey.
And he says, "Oh my God, the weather's a lot nicer here than down in Onang where we were. Visiting."
I got to call him and see if I can get him on a special live stream so he can give his experience. What it's like down there.
I'm sure he'd be happy to.
Yeah.
No, he says it's nicer weather here. It's, I guess, rain down there, but. WTF, good morning, everyone, from a cold UK.
Yeah, and good morning to you in the UK, WTF. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Julie Perkins, hello, Julie. Hi from Julie and Adrian. Isn't this weather great? Yes,
fantastic,
it is.
Julie. And give my love and respect to Adrian. I love the guy.
They're down in Banks Ray, I think. Yeah, loving it there.
Can't wait to see him on our next meet and greet.
Africa Islam, January 19th. Guess
Not
what?
long.
Who's counting?
He's coming out here. He's going to be bringing his wife and his little baby.
Oh, he's going to love it.
His little toddler, 2 years old. That terrible twosome when they get into everything.
Probably learned Thai now.
Yeah. So absolutely looking forward to meeting Africa's family. He's told me so much about him.
Good.
Sent me loads of pictures and videos of him and the wife and kids, And
good.
I'm looking forward to it. So is Darlene.
Tesla guy, hello, Cooper and Company. I will arrive in Jumpton in 2 weeks, counting down from a very cold Norway.
Norway? We were there on the cruise ship. We did pass through several fords, going down through the fords, several places.
Fjords.
I can't say that with no teeth, but yeah.
And it was cold when you were there too, wasn't it?
There was snow on the mountains. Yeah, there was snow on the mountains as we're coming through. Yeah, great time.
Ford Dog, good evening, Mr. Coop, Mr. Schneider from a frigid West Virginia. 1 day, but who's counting? Oh, well, look at that.
Not long.
Yeah, looking forward to the flight. Looking forward to seeing the Land of Smiles. May send you an email to get your line details.
No problem, Ford Dog. I'll give that to you, no problem.
David Lowe, getting my retirement visa Monday morning with one stop. If I finish early, I will have to get breakfast at Route 66. Thanks for all the great info. See you all soon. Thanks.
And yeah,
a lot of new guys coming.
A lot of new guys coming here. Yeah. And Ford Dog, sorry, forgot to say, have a safe flight, brother. Looking forward to meeting you. And David, you as well, David. Glad you made it here. Get your retirement visa, one stop. I think that's the one on Soy 6 in Pattaya. One stop. British guy runs it down there.
Yeah. Now, Route 66, you mentioned you won't be able to make it this Monday.
Yes. Yeah. This Monday, I won't be able to because Darlene and I have to go back to the dentist. And our appointment's at 12 o'clock. We got our Monday morning live stream, which finishes about 10.
Yeah, too close.
It's cutting it too close. We're not going to have time to go out there, have breakfast, and then go to the dentist.
But there might be other guys there. So, check them out. Definitely the breakfast is worth going. Only me, 104 days, 4 hours, 55 minutes. But who's counting?
Until I land. Yeah, I like that. Yep. Got to have a plan, folks. Got to have a plan.
Oh, yeah, they're loving it. Freddie Quinn. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. I read that many expat retirees in Thailand do not apply for permanent residency because of the Thai language proficiency test. Are there many language schools in Jomtien?
Well, I got an update on that for you, Fred. Because I am going to be doing the permanent residency here in Thailand. And here is the requirement. It's going to surprise a lot of people. You do not have to read, write, or speak Thai to get a permanent residency in Thailand if you do it here in Jomtien. I can't swear by any other place, but I spoke to our agent, Singh. Singh told me that the only requirement is that you're here for 3 years nonstop on the same visa.
Okay.
So if you're here on an education visa for 3 years, you're here on a work visa for 3 years, you're here on a retirement visa for 3 years, DTV visa for 3 years, no problem. But if you go from education to work
Retirement,
visa to
yeah.
then retirement visa, you got to wait 3 years
3
on the
years.
whole same visa.
3 consecutive years on the
Yes.
same visa.
Yes,
Oh, that's
same
interesting.
visa category, and you can apply. Now they do only have a set amount that they approve per year. It's like a green card lottery in the U.S.
Yeah.
So they do have a certain amount, and they look at what you've done to contribute towards Thailand. You know, what have you done to benefit Thailand? Me, I'm a YouTuber. I promote Thailand every time I make a video. You know, every time I do a live stream, you know, I tell people this is my favorite place on earth, and I'm happy. And you know, we want to build a community. We want friends here, and Singh says that'll go a long way. That'll impress the Thai government. So there is an interview process that you have to go through. Singh, he's going for Thai citizenship. He's
Which is
married,
one step above that.
one step above it, and he's bypassing that completely. But he can speak Thai fluently.
Big help.
Yeah, that's a big help. For the citizenship, I think you do need to know Thai.
I would imagine you would.
However, for a green card or permanent residency, as Fred's calling it, which it is, American equivalent green card.
Yeah.
No, you do not need to speak any Thai. But the test, the exam that you have to go through for it is in English. So it's great.
Bingo.
Yeah.
As lastly, there are lots of language schools in Jomtien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots.
So you can
And we know quite a few people that go to them. Zia goes, and then Big Al, he goes to Thai language school. Yeah, so we
you
know.
can kind of pick how you know if you want one-on-one tutoring, that's available. You know, you want a maximum 5, you can get that. You want a classroom, you know, cheapest at 30 people, that's fine too. So they got something for everybody and everybody's
varying
budget.
costs. The cheapest way is to do it in a classroom with a bunch of other people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jerry Hart, hello, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. Hope you're all doing well.
And we are, Jerry. Thank you for joining us. How you doing, brother?
Gary, maybe, is it?
Jerry, that's it.
Yeah, okay. S and Toe, good day, CB and D.
Yeah, good even to you, S and Toe. Jerry sent me an email because I kept pronouncing it Gary like you were. And he said, Coop, it's Jerry, like with a J.
Yeah.
Tom and
That's
Jerry.
what I said.
Yeah, the Jerry. There you go. And speaking of Malcolm.
There's Malcolm. We were talking about you. Haven't heard from Malcolm lately. What's he
Where
up
is
to?
he? What's he doing?
Malcolm?
Yeah.
Good day, Team Coops.
And good day to you, Malcolm. I hope you're enjoying your trip up in Isan. And I think he's back here in the next couple of days.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Philip Hunt, good day, CBD. I have a question regarding accommodation. 16th to 30th of April. On Agoda, there were many offerings of condos. Hearing your early comments on bookings less than 1 month, booking a hotel. Yeah.
And a lot of places are doing it. There is a law here, folks, and it's called the Thai Condominium Act. And it's an old law, been around for quite a few years. It's not something that only popped up last week or something. And it's that if you're staying for a minimum of 1 month, you can't stay in a condo. A lot of people have been doing the Airbnbs and they've been getting away with it, but they've been getting stricter on it. And the reason they're getting stricter on it is because the hotels are losing business. I can see the writing on the wall. You know, people say like, oh, I'm going for 2 weeks. I'd rather stay in a condo. I can have my own kitchen. I can cook. I can make coffee. I can do all this, you know, and it's cheaper than a hotel. I get that. However, Thailand doesn't like to hurt business. So they made this rule that if it's less than 30 days, you can't stay in a condo. It has to be a hotel, or you could do it in a house. You can rent a house for, you know, a month or something like that. Some people do short stays. There is only one condo I know that does short stays here, and they'll do it by the day, the week, the month, whatever. And that's Grand Florida and Nha Jomtien. They will do it. There are condo hotels, which would be a great option, where it's basically a hotel, but it's set up like a condo. You got a full working kitchen in there. You got a balcony, everything else, and you could pay daily. So there are those options out there for those that don't want to stay, you know, in high-priced hotels, which I understand.
Yeah. And for that long, you know, what are you talking? For 2 weeks, I guess.
2 weeks, yeah.
You can probably
16
get
to
a
30.
discount from the daily rate.
You
You
can.
know, when you're staying
The
that
longer
long.
you're staying at a hotel, the
Yeah.
more discount they'll give you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we stayed at that hotel in Onang.
Mhm.
That was a heck of a deal.
That was, and we stayed there 3 days.
Yeah, and I said, you remember when we were leaving, I said, "Geez, I bet
That
you
was
get a
that
deal
was
here in
under
a month."
$2,000 for 3 days.
Yeah,
And that included breakfast.
yeah, $60 for like 3 days, including breakfast. So
for
there's deals
4
out
people.
there.
So it was a great
Oh,
deal. Yeah.
It's got a search. Simply Social. What is best visa? Veteran has income of 2,900. That's a good amount. You'll be fine with that. Someone said a retirement visa is best. Yeah,
It is.
depends how long you're staying, but I would think that would be the one to
Well,
go for if you want to retire here.
I got friends of mine, Brooke, that are oil workers. They work out on the oil rigs, and they do 2 months on, 1 month off, 2 months on, 1 month off.
Wow.
And some of them do 2 months on, 2 months off,
Yeah.
when they're closer to retirement, and they come here to Thailand. What they did is they just got the retirement visa with multiple entry, and they come and go as many times as they want, because what they were doing is if you had more than 3 trips here in 1 year, they were stopping you coming in.
Oh.
They said, you're doing too many visa runs and coming in.
Okay. Yeah.
And the oil workers were like, hey, wait a minute, I'm away 2 months at a time. I'm at work, this is where I come to, for my 1 month off. And anyways, they made it exceptionally easy for them just to get a retirement visa. And so for a Simply Social retirement visa, a fellow veteran like myself, salute you for your service. Thank you for your service, brother. 2,900, you're going to live here like a king.
Yeah.
I know people here that are single, living on $1,000 a month and having a healthy month.
Yep.
Not a great life, but a healthy life.
Yep.
You're on 3 times that amount. Imagine what sort of lifestyle you're going to have here.
Yep.
Fantastic. And I'd like to meet you as a fellow
No
veteran.
worries there, Simply Social. You'll do well with that.
Yeah.
Black Ops, even Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Big Al.
And Big Al, thank you. Long time no see, brother.
Philip Hunt, well done on the banner update.
Yeah, Darlene did that. So she put the 2025 right there now. And then you got that beach there is Jump Chin Beach. That's what it looks like, folks, now. So the water's getting much clearer. It was brown. They got all that sewage system in there now. Oh, it's much better.
Yeah, they're improving it.
Infrastructure
Infrastructure's getting improved every day.
Major improvements. Look how clean that water looks now.
Simply Social, what do you think my first time out of country? Should I try Philippines and Thailand for 3 months each? What do you think?
I think
I'll tell them what I think.
I know what you
first.
I think you should try both. Philippines has got its pluses. Thailand's got its pluses. For me, the infrastructure in Thailand beats Philippines hands down. The English language beats in the Philippines beats Thailand hands down. So there are pluses and minuses to both. However, living here in the retirement community, a lot of Thais speak English. Wherever you go, the restaurants, the cafes, they can speak English. Not a problem.
And you got your Google Translate to help.
And you got Google Translate. Even though it's broken English, you can still understand each other.
Yeah. No, I had a buddy, Smoking Joe from Kokomo.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to Cebu for 3 months in and around that area. Travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 3 weeks he lasted. He came back and he says, Brooke, he says, nothing works.
Yeah.
He says, if it wasn't brownouts, it was traffic was horrendous. If it wasn't that, cells didn't work, internet didn't work. Like
that's something you're gonna find.
Oh, now the language, that was okay. That's a plus. And but and he met nice people there, don't get me wrong, but he, the guy's getting up there. He's, similar, a little younger than me, but he just couldn't put up with the hassle, and I thought, well, that's interesting. He's got a 3-month plan over there and come back and he lasts 3 weeks. So
yeah. But no, I would recommend going to Philippines Simply Social so you can compare the two.
Everyone should check it out.
What it's like.
Yeah.
You don't want to even meet a nice Filipina and bring her here to Thailand. It's very easy. They don't need a visa, Filipinas, to come to Thailand because they're part of my Asia. My Asia is the same as the European Union.
Yeah.
You know, if you're from one country in Europe, you don't need a visa. There's no borders. You can come across. Well, for Filipinos, it's similar. They get the 60-day entry stamp, same as we do. So really easy for them to come to Thailand.
Well, not that easy if they're too young and, you know, you haven't been together long, but an older lady, you know, some 40 plus, you probably have, you know, yeah, you gotta, they watch it. They interview the ladies before they leave if it's their first time out of country.
Yeah, but they're making that easier now.
Well, yeah, they should.
Yeah, there's been a lot of complaints about it.
J.E. Washington, good morning, CBD. Outstanding news about the bank account. Thailand, here we come.
Yeah, it is great news. I think they should have done it a long time ago. But at least, you know, you could always say better late than never.
Yeah.
You know, so they have made improvements. And I think it helps a lot of people.
That was one thing, Coop, I remember a lot of first timers, you know, check things out, come here. Jesus, how can I open a bank account? Well, no, you couldn't until you had your retirement visa, right? Where now that's going to make it a lot easier for everybody. And why I say that, if you can have your banking set up and working prior to coming over on your final leg, you feel safer, more, you know, and happier. And oh yeah, everything's working now. I mean, I was nervous, got off the plane, went immediately to the ATM in the airport. Oh, thank God it worked.
Yeah.
That was my wise card, right? So yeah, you always have that trepidation, but if you got the bank account open, it makes it easier.
It makes it a lot easier. 112 people watching. Please hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the live stream.
Thumbs up, make Darlene smile. Rodney, hello, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke.
And hello, Rodney. Thank you for coming on and joining us. Let's just check on the old boob tube. How many thumbs up we got already? And we're at 29 likes.
What a
28. You guys need to put your thumbs up.
They don't like
Come on.
you, okay? They like me.
Well, you only got 28 then.
Yeah, hit that. Brian Barbarich, good afternoon. My side, good evening. Your side. To Cooper, Brooke, Darlene, and Jackie, cheers from Durban, South Africa.
He's put it back in there.
Yes,
yeah, Brian.
he's got it back in there.
Yeah, Durban, South Africa. Thank you, Brian. God bless you, brother.
Damon Budgeon. Hey, there's Damon coming back on 26/2, February 26th on the visa exempt, and then applying for retirement visa. Good info, you know.
Yeah. And you're gonna love it here, Damon.
He's in the pool. He's our pool guy.
And retired, and you don't have to worry about flying back and flying forward and being depressed at the airport, you know, and seeing all those happy people get off the plane as you're getting on the plane to leave. Everybody says to me, I say, you know, what's your plus and your minus that you like about Thailand? I love it when I get here. I hate it when I leave.
Yeah. No, that's good, Dave. We'll look forward to seeing you in the pool.
Yeah.
J.E. Washington. Coop, I heard you ask what I was standing in front of in the last video.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the what was it? The steakhouse, the Texas Longhorn.
It's a statue of a longhorn on my Gold Wing ride from Cali back to Tennessee.
Oh wow. Okay. Yep. So I wonder, is that just a statue that was there, or was it outside the Texas Longhorn steakhouse? Let us know.
Yeah, he'll let us know. Simply Social. Hi. How often do you all have meetups? Can I get the question answered?
Yeah, we do. We have a meetup every month, the fourth Tuesday at Fraser's. Most Mondays, we have a meetup at Route 66 for breakfast at 11 o'clock. However, I've got quite a few appointments now to get my teeth finished for my implants. And Darlene just had a bone graft here at the front. So she's got to go back for a checkup on that on Monday and x-rays and all that.
And you got to get there a little early.
Yeah. So we do have that normally on Mondays. And then go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that Fraser's meetup, the meet and greet January's is on the 28th. The fourth Tuesday.
Yes.
It's at 6 p.m. at Fraser's.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great time. Come there. You'll meet a lot of new friends and faces and have a lot of laughs. Donald WDLF1. Hello, all from cold Milan, Italy.
Italy cold this time of year. Wow.
Jesus, everybody's cold.
I know. Seems that, except for us.
Yeah, we're loving it here.
I know. I'm actually sweating here a little bit because we've got all the studio lights on and everything.
Simply Social. Does anyone know how much a visa agent costs? Thanks.
Okay, it all depends. Simply Social. And it depends on whether you want a multiple entry visa, single entry visa, Thai bank account,
Driver's license.
yeah, it all depends what you want to do. But there is agents that'll do it for 35,000 baht. There's agents that'll do it for 50,000 Thai baht. All depends on which one you want. We recommend Singh. He's more towards the higher end. And the reason we recommend Singh is he's the best.
Yeah.
You ever have any problems, he's the man to call and he can get it rectified. His wife is a paralegal and works for immigration department, knows the chief and everything else. And I believe you said to him one time when we heard the chief at immigration was stepping down, said, hey, you know, we thought you were good friends with the chief. What are you going to do, you know, when he steps down, he got the new chief? He said, oh, the chief's a good friend of mine. He said, but the guy that's going to be the new chief is my best friend.
Yeah.
So it helps to have people in the know.
Yeah. No, my experience with Singh is AAA. 5-star. There's a reason when he has all those 5-star ratings. When you meet him and he does your work, you'll see why.
Yeah.
And I'm just at a point in life where I don't just want any more, you know, BS.
Yeah.
You know, Brooke Schneider does not want any more BS.
Yeah.
So I'll just pay a good guy to do the work for me and I don't have to worry.
Yeah. So,
and he did.
Yeah. So normally that's your first cost for your retirement visa. You'll get 3 months plus 12 months. Okay.
15 months.
So total 15 months for your first retirement visa. And then when you go to renew it, it's generally half price.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only that much because of the initial admin costs of setting it up, putting you in the computer system, the paperwork involved. Renewing it is just a matter of pushing a button on a computer and putting a new stamp in there. So it's a lot cheaper.
Well, and just so you guys know, like a little quick history of how I found Singh. I was not married at the time, but I certainly wanted my fiance to be able to stay in Thailand.
Right.
And I know the visa agents I spoke to hadn't a clue. They had no idea. Oh no, you have to be married and all this. And they didn't, you know, basically didn't want to, you know, deal with me. And so I started researching, and he was the guy I found with these 5-star, like he had hundreds of 5-star reviews. So I called him on the phone and spoke perfect English. I could tell he wasn't Thai. And I explained my situation quickly. And he says, okay, no problem. We can handle that. And that twigged my interest, because here's the guy who says, yeah, I can help you, where these other guys didn't even want to touch you. So then we went and had a meeting, if you remember that, and everything was up above board, you know, so followed his advice to the T, everything works smooth, you know. So that's kind of why when you get help like that, and, you know, there's trepidation. I'm in a new country, want to make sure my fiance at the time is not gonna, now my wife, is not going to be booted or run into issues, and she's younger than 50, you know, a lot younger. So that worked out great. So yeah, when you get a complicated situation like that, my advice in life, get the best you can. And you know, whether it's legal advice or immigration advice, and that worked out. Plain Dave, 130 days, but who's counting?
And 130 days, who's counting? Dave is.
Calendar, he's stroking off every
Dave,
day.
thank you for being a channel member. That's why you have that icon next to your name, the badge, and it costs $2 a month, and it really does help the channel. So thank you for that. Really, really appreciate it. Looking forward to meeting you, Dave.
Yeah,
I told you when
quite a bit, Davey.
Yeah, I told you when you get here, we're going to go to the airplane museum.
Bingo.
So I'll take them there. Really good, nice.
Donald, WDF1, no 90-day check-in on residency?
No. If you're a permanent resident here,
yes,
which is a green card, same like America, there's no 90-day check-in, and the visa is for 5 years.
5-year visa.
5
no
years.
90-day check-in.
None.
Okay, bingo. Nice.
Okay.
Now there was a fee with that, though. Was there the permanent?
There is. I don't know the fee.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't seem too bad from recollection. I can't think the exact amount. But
yeah. I'll have to, you know, once I
update.
get closer to making it happen, I will do a video and I'll explain the whole process.
Well, we're finishing our 2nd year.
Yeah. So we've got 1 more year.
1 more year, but we'll probably start that and I think I'll do the same, by the way, during our 3rd year. Is that how that would work?
I would have to ask Singh. I
Yeah,
think you
find out
actually
on
got to
that.
complete the 3rd year.
Well, then what are you going to do on a visa? You got to leave
No. I think you just do your
30 days before or something. You'll
something
have the
like that,
paperwork done,
and
okay.
you'll have a temporary visa in there while you're going through the process.
In Sing, I trust.
And Sing, I trust. There you go.
Mikey Baker,
Hello,
there he
Mike.
is. Good evening, gang. Late to class.
And thank you, Mikey, and welcome back to Deuce Grand Part 2.
Yeah, Mikey's.
I'm going to have you on here for an interview for a live stream before you go back to Ao Nang. So this week we'll have to make it happen.
He likes Ao Nang, but he's.
But no, don't give away the secrets.
No, but he's done a lot of snorkeling, which is what he went there for, and diving, and he was mentioning a few more of the islands that he's going to be doing. So I think he's getting his fill. Of what he went there for. Daniel Hall, Danny Vega, I find it real hard to learn languages, but I like to sing karaoke. So I'll start singing Thailand songs. Now there's an idea.
Wow.
That boy's thinking.
I'd be impressed if he could sing a Thai song. They're hard. Good luck to you, Daniel. Yeah.
Richard Woolley, is that permanent retirement visa with permission to work after 3 years, or is it work visa totally different?
Okay, so with a permanent residency, you can work. It's the same as a green card in the U.S. You can work on a permanent resident visa. Okay. So if you want to get into real estate or something like that, yes, you can. On a permanent resident, you can actually get a TIN number here, which is a tax identification number here in Thailand. You can get that on a permanent residency visa here in Thailand. So you can work, you can start up your own business. The only rule in regards to that, Richard, is if you're starting up your own business, for every one foreigner, there has to be 3 Thais employed. Okay. So if I was going to start a company, be it in realty or whatever else, or golf or whatever, I would have to have myself plus 3 Thai employees.
3 Thais.
Yes.
Okay. Employed with you is what you're saying.
Exactly. And here you go. Here's a blast from the past. Welcome back, Sarlina.
It's Sarlina, hey, the ETA is only for visa exemption for now. It's not a visa.
Yeah.
But you can still apply for a 60-day tourist visa if your ETA is denied. Well, that's something.
Yes, that is true.
For any reason. Gives everyone a second option.
Yeah. So if you do the online, you're absolutely right. Thanks for pointing that out, Sarlina. And you're denied for any reason, you can go to the Thai embassy or consulate in your area and reapply through them.
Okay.
It's like an appeal, you know.
Okay.
Say you had a 1-year ban, you were overstay 3 years later, and the system said, no, you could go to to the immigration office and say, hey, you know, I realized I made a mistake. That was 3 years ago. You know, I would really like to go back for a vacation now. And they have the authority to say, okay, we'll give you another chance.
Bingo. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for pointing that out, Sarlina.
Yeah.
Mike, good evening, guys. Being new in Jomtien, when is the rainy season? I think it just ended.
Yeah.
How long does it last, and how bad is it? It ain't bad.
It depends on the area you go to, Mike.
True.
Okay. Now, if you go down to South Thailand or North Thailand, you're going to get a lot of rain. Here in Jomtien, not so much. It regularly gets flooded in northern Thailand, southern Thailand. Here in Jomtien, we might have 1 or 2 days a year where the road, where the water will come above the drains and it'll come to the top of the sidewalk. But that's about the worst of it.
In certain locations only.
Yeah. Now, there is one area on the dark side by the railroad tracks where it dips down like this. And that prominently gets flooded.
Sure.
In the rainy season, but they are in the process of redoing the guttering there.
And that starts, is it October?
Rainy season starts right after Songkran.
Oh, okay. In May then. All right. So I'm mixed up there.
Yeah. So that's why they have the water festival, Songkran, here in Thailand.
Okay.
To pray for the rain. Bring the rain. It's too freaking hot. Bring the rain. Cool it down, you know.
And that runs how long, roughly?
Normally it runs from May till September. It can go a little bit longer and it can be a little bit shorter.
Right.
So it's normally May to September. How much rain do we get? Mike, it averages about 30 minutes to an hour a day.
if
when
that.
it rains.
Yeah.
It doesn't rain every day. I mean, it may rain
Yeah.
once a week
Doesn't seem to last
or
long, and
once
it's gone
every other
quick.
week,
Yeah.
and it's quick. It's a heavy downpour, 30 minutes to an hour, gone.
I remember my first year here during rainy. I know at the end of the season, I'm thinking, I think you even mentioned, Jesus, is that rainy season? What's the
There
big
was
deal?
nothing to it.
There was
Yeah.
nothing the first year. There was some rain, but nothing like I had been led to believe. Now, the second year, which is just this one past now, a little more rain. But again, there's short downpours. Some are heavy, some aren't. And they don't seem to last too long, any of them. And Jesus, it's gone quick.
It is. I like it.
Yeah.
Because it drops the humidity down immensely from like 85, 90% down to 20%.
Yeah.
And it just makes life so much more bearable here.
Put it this way, I don't think there was maybe one day all season that I could not take my bike out.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't go out in the pouring rain or,
Yeah.
you know, drizzling rain. I don't like that. But that was only, I think, one day. And what I say, sure, it rained, but then it would stop raining and you could go.
And it looked like it never rained. An hour later. Everything's dry. It looked like it never rained.
Philip Hunt, there were 50 offerings of condos.
For 2 months stay.
Okay.
A 2 week stay, I think Philip was saying.
It's funny, honestly, it's high season, but I still think there's lots of units available to rent.
People will still do the short-term stay of 1 week, 2 weeks in condos, advertising out in places like Agoda, Booking.com. I know they're sister companies. And they'll still advertise it on there on Facebook, Marketplace, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they don't care. It's you that's going to get caught and get in trouble and get evicted, and then you got to find somewhere to stay. Don't do it.
I think you're best to get a hotel for the first few days.
Yeah.
When your boots on the ground and you do your research and look around and knock on doors, walk into, you know, any building you see you might like and say, hey, is there any rentals? I think you'll find surprisingly there's lots of availability.
There is.
And, you know, depending how good a negotiator you are. I mean, I've heard deals in high season in the View Talley there for $12,000. You know, now I did book it for a year, but okay, that's still a deal.
That is a damn good deal.
So, yep. Anyways, get boots on the ground. Philip Moore in UK post office does not do IDP anymore.
Okay, well, they
International driver's license. Okay, only certain shops that have PayPoint do it.
Okay, well, then you changed it. Thanks for the update, Philip. I do remember when I was in the UK, though, I was able to get my international driving permit at the post office.
Okay.
In Milton Keynes, where I used to live. I was able to get it there, no problem. So I guess they changed it.
Yeah. Well, I know CAA in Canada, if you're in Canada, you know, they'll do it for you. And obviously, as you mentioned, the State's AAA. So they're affiliated, I guess. Simply Social, thanks for the info. This is a great resource and helps a lot of people.
And you're very welcome.
Bingo.
We like to update everybody as and when things happen here in Thailand.
Philippines in full effect. Hey, Coop and Brooke, B and I are planning our trip.
Wow.
Good, coming back. I want to look into getting that eye bag surgery you had at the clinic we visited with you. Please look out for an email. I have some questions.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, nice couple.
No problem.
We went to Kolarn with them.
Yeah.
They're great. Simply Social, I am leaning toward Thailand due to infrastructure and food.
Yeah.
Leaning, he'll be hooked once he gets here.
The food is great here.
Yeah.
You got every restaurant from every country in the world practically here. The Philippines, not so much. The street food here, I would eat any day of the week. In the Philippines, I didn't trust it. No. But they do have good restaurants in the Philippines. Yeah. We, Kenny Rogers, excellent restaurant. What's that chicken place called?
Jukes to go.
No, the other one. The one that was at the traffic lights there, the Filipino chicken place. They got all over the Philippines there.
Yeah, I know.
That one there. Yeah, that was good. And then they also had the steakhouse that we liked, didn't they? Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Those are in the bigger malls, and those we had to drive a little bit. But I'd say dollar for dollar, better value here.
Yeah.
As far as quantity, way more quantity here.
A lot more choice.
A lot more choice. And boy, you talk street food, did it once in 1 year in the Philippines, got sick. Never again.
Yeah.
Here, I'd eat off any of these street carts any day of the week.
Yeah.
Never have trouble.
Especially the night market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go there all the time, quite a lot, and get ribs and kebabs and good vegetable rice, and stuff like that. I love it.
And I do have friends still living in the Philippines.
Yeah, we do.
Jeff and Gly, and they're in BGC. It's a little more expensive, but they love it. It's got the infrastructure there. But I think overall, I mean, I may seem down a bit on the Philippines, but I've been there. I've experienced both. My money would stay here.
Yeah.
And but everyone should make their own mind. So go there, check it out for yourself.
And dollar for dollar, I think you get more for your dollar here than you do in the
Absolutely.
Philippines.
I would totally agree. And lastly, and you're right about the infrastructure, things work here.
Yeah.
Alchemist, that's a grand condo view checking in. Thanks for the show.
And thank you, Alchemist.
Simply Social, I am looking for high walkability, need to get in habit of walking 10K steps a day. You'll get it here.
You'll get it here. We got a beautiful beach walk. Yep. I do it quite a lot. When I get my implants finished, I'll be back to doing videos, walks on the beach, walk and talks. A lot of people liked my walk and talks, so I'll continue going back to them once I get them in. Somebody put on the Facebook group, hey, Cooper's making live streams. Why can't he do walk and talks? I love his walk and talks. It's no different than doing a live stream. Well, it is, because I get to take a break every 30 seconds from talking, and Brooke takes over and reads the comments and everything else. Talking with a camera pointed at me or pointed at the ocean or the sexy girls in a bikini, whatever, floats your boat. I got to talk constantly for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I can't do that right now with stitches in my mouth.
Well,
it's
you're
just
the
impossible.
Star of the show.
I can't.
Okay.
I wish I could.
You're like Johnny,
miss
and
him
I'm
too.
Ed McMahon. Okay.
I got a lot of great thoughts in my head, for future walk and talks.
Johnny.
But I really need to wait. Let me get this done, guys. It's not much longer. Not much longer. When I went to the dentist this week, he said he's expecting the whole procedure to be done by the 14th of February, by Valentine's
Ooh, that's
Day.
coming up. Nice.
So not long.
Well, we'll wait
Bear
and
with
see.
me.
Alchemist, the beach walk is great.
It is.
Simply Social, can you tell us about the Wise card, please? Okay, definitely. So I meet a lot of Canadians here, expats, Aussies. Wise, get the Wise card. Apply for it in your home country. I think most countries you can get a physical card. They do have a digital card for your, for your wallet, so-called, in your phone. But see if you can get a physical card, because you can use that at the ATMs. And I think even if you have the digital Wise card, you can use that at the ATMs. I've seen that. I'm just not familiar how to do it. But here's why you want to get Wise. It works anywhere. I've used it in Seoul, Korea. I've used it in Philippines. I've used it in US. I've used it in Canada. And I've even used it, obviously, here in Thailand. So it works pretty well everywhere. And for me, it's the best way and quickest to transfer money from my home country, Canada, to Wise. I get the best rate, and then immediately I throw it into my bot account, or into, say, Jackie's peso, Philippine peso, if I need to send money there for whatever reason. And
so you can store different currencies on there.
You can store different currencies, and you get a fantastic rate, in my opinion. Now, Romeo, on the other hand, he likes bringing cash, because he says, hey, I get a little better rate than Wise, even at this place he found in Bangkok. But to me, that's a bit of a hassle. But yeah. So anyways, definitely works out good.
And to get it, you just go on to Wise website and apply.
They have an app, so you would download the app, go through the registration. You'll have to upload ID so they know who it is and all that. And I've got Wise on my phone, so it's simple. Works everywhere. So
there you go. And is there any fee? Do you pay a fee?
No,
to get the
you
Wise
don't
card?
pay any fee. In fact, if you keep enough money with them, they actually pay you, believe it or not, interest.
Oh, they give you interest,
but only on certain. Only I think it's US dollars, British pounds, and euros. I think that's the three only currencies they do. So, but yeah, that's what I would recommend. Oh, and lastly, here's what I was going to say. There's lots of YouTube videos. So obviously, I read about it. Researched. Hey, Wise, what's this Wise I keep hearing about?
Right, yeah.
You go to YouTube. Oh, that's how that works. Oh, that's pretty wicked. And then you get it and you experience it, and yeah, it does work as meant.
Yeah,
as claimed. Daniel Hall, Danny Vega. I just made 33 likes.
Thank you.
Bingo.
And we're at 52
we're up
right
to 52. We're going for a record, are
now.
we?
We're trying to get 100 likes during the
Oh,
live
wouldn't that be
stream,
nice?
and we got 120 people watching. So
Bingo.
I think we can make it happen.
J.E. Washington. It was a statue at a gas station in Texas.
Ah, okay.
Don't mess with Texas.
Yeah, beautiful statue.
Yeah.
And nice bike. I do like your bike there, J.E.
nice.
I'm a biker. I've had bikes since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. 12 years old, I got my first bike. My dad bought me my first off-road bike, and it was a Honda CR80. That's how long ago it was, in the early 80s. So, yeah, I'd love that bike. And my dad had a Honda XL 250, and we'd go out in the California desert up in Victorville where we lived, and I loved it. I loved it.
Yep.
Yep.
Simply Social. Once you retire in the U.S., it is pretty lonely. Everyone works and everyone stays in the house nowadays. Not like it used to be in the 80s. I love the lifestyle of the Asians.
I do. And
a lot of people have those same sentiments.
And we got a big retirement community here now. We got over 1,700 people on our Facebook group. The group's in the banner there, called Coopersthaiadventure Community. Only one requirement: you have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything, it's free. And then you go over, join our Facebook group. Again, that's free as well. We don't ask for any money for either one. And then that's it. You've got 1,700 people. We helped over 300 move out here, and you have a live chat in there. You can ask questions and people give you answers because they're boots here on the ground, and they know from experience. And people are meeting up and creating subgroups and really enjoying themselves. They got a coffee group. There's another group for those that like to do golfing. There's another group for those that, you know, like to travel, and it's great. It is really great way of making new friends.
Mayo's got his ping pong group going.
Yeah,
so,
he started that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done to him.
I think he joined in the newbie section, or the, beginner. He says even those guys are damn good. So, Ford Dog, question, Mr. Schneider. I have both Schwab and Wise cards. Do I have to change from US dollars to baht to withdraw from ATM, or will it convert automatically? Schwab, I tried to get Schwab, couldn't, because I'm Canadian. They wouldn't let me. Wise, I do have, as mentioned. So what happens now? Here's an interesting story. You're probably aware. I keep all of my investments in the West, in every Canadian account I have, in US dollars. They let you do that, thank God. I don't trust the Canadian peso. So anyways, I do send US dollars to Wise. And I mean, I can send it to, call it my US dollar jar, okay, and it'll sit in Wise. And then from there, I can put it into baht or peso, Philippine peso, or whatever currency I decide. So that's how it kind of works. Now, as long as it's in, say, the baht jar, because obviously I would do that, I take the Wise card to any ATM here. I think the fee's 220 baht, so about $6. And you can get out, Krungsee is the best bank. It's the yellow one. Yeah. 30,000 baht per withdrawal. So that's not too bad. The fee's not too bad. Yeah. So it's like, 0.2%. It's not even a 1% fee. So that's pretty good. But no, yeah, it'll do it automatically if you decide to put it into baht or whatever currency you're using. Again, you can transfer it and leave it in US dollars with Wise. Yeah. Before you decide. So and the reason you might do that, you might be saying, oh, well, it dropped today, but I think, they're making an announcement tomorrow that the dollar is going to strengthen. And you can get a notification every day, a daily note on what the exchange is for your US. So, yeah. So basically what you do is you get the Wise card, you put US dollars on there. And if you want to take out Thai baht here in Thailand, in the app, you have individual wallets for different countries, and you can transfer dollars to Thai baht. You'll get that rate, and you just use the card in the ATM here. You take out baht. Yeah. Now, I think if you use Schwab, probably Schwab would convert at whatever rate that is. You should check it out before you decide which one to use. And it's a good idea having both if you're able, because you have your backup. So, but anyways, yeah, it's that's the way to do it. But there is a benefit to having Schwab. Schwab will reimburse you your ATM fees. Correct.
So every time you use the ATM here in Thailand, you're going to get charged no matter what bank you use, 220 baht.
Only if you use Wise or like your debit card,
You'll
Schwab.
you'll get charged that with Schwab too.
Yeah.
But Schwab will reimburse you the first of every month, like USAA does for me too. Navy Federal is another one that will reimburse you. So there are a few banks in America that will give you the fees back.
Yep.
And Schwab, Navy Federal, and USAA are the three major ones that I know.
Now, as soon as I got my Bangkok bank, and trust me, the app, it works great. The scan pay works great. I rarely use my Wise card now, physical card that is.
Yeah.
Sure, I use Wise strictly for converting money, bringing it from the West here, but it's simply from here. So my bank account in Canada and my one in Florida in the US is hooked up to my Wise, and so I can pull money out of those. It comes in automatically. I might leave it in there. I might convert it automatically, say to baht, and then I send it immediately to my Bangkok bank.
Yeah.
And guys, from the West to my Bangkok bank here is like seconds. Okay, so it's great. You see the conversion, all the rates are mentioned. There's nothing hidden. But it's pretty automatic. And I do not use my debit card, so I don't have those fees because I use my debit card from Bangkok Bank.
Right.
And there's no fee for that, which is
nice. That's why it's great that they lessen the criteria to open a Thai bank account here now.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you can't do it online from outside Thailand, but you know, when you are here, you can do it here even on your 60-day entry stamp when you arrive in country.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic news.
Now, just a tip, guys, going forward, check out, like I met nice guy Leo from Canada, and he was having trouble with getting this two-factor authentication from Canada.
Right.
And the problem was, sure, he had a cell number in Canada. Well, decided he'd give that up, and he's got Google or whatever else he had, and he'll have his Thai number. They can authenticate. Well, the banks over there won't send it to a Thai number.
No, they want to send it to a
so
Canadian
he found that out
number.
a little too late, so he was having a bit of issue on that. So I guess the point of that is if you're able to keep a phone number from the West, by all means do keep it.
Yeah.
And
just get the minimum plan.
Get the minimum plan and have redundancy. So you might want to have two phones, one with a Canadian number.
Yeah.
And maybe both Schwab and Wise cards. So you've got backup for, because he was in a situation where he couldn't access his account.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't cost anything to receive a text.
No.
So to receive a text message from your bank, if you got a Canadian SIM, it doesn't cost anything. So just get the bare bones, the minimum one that you would have as a teenager in your home country.
Yeah.
Just for emergencies or whatever, just so you can get those free texts to come over, and you can, put the OTP code in and away you go.
Leo had Shaw in Canada. Guys, if Canadian know that. Well, they got bought out by Rogers, and I think that's where his trouble started. Now, Scotty Richmond, I mentioned earlier, coming over, he took my advice with T-Mobile, and he says, "Oh yeah, shit, they got a discount on for seniors and retired military." So he's going to be using T-Mobile, similar to me.
There you go.
Simply Social. Does Singh ever come to your meetup?
No, he actually, yes, he came to one meetup.
Yeah.
That we had, but he's a very busy guy. I have asked him to come to the meetups, and he says if he gets time, he'll be more than happy to. He does travel a lot around Thailand. He does visas for people in different areas. So when he's available, yeah, he said he would come.
But he's been on your
live streams. We've had on a live stream.
You're going to have him again.
Later on this month, he's coming on another live stream.
Yeah, so pay attention to that, guys.
And we'll give you out his details.
DS Badger 10. Hello from Minnesota. It's 14 degrees. He's talking Fahrenheit there.
Yeah.
Miss Thailand.
And that's pretty cold. Yeah. And I don't blame you, brother.
Unless it's a picture of Miss Thailand there. No. Michael Wise, 115 days to go, but who's counting? I arrived May 8th.
Okay.
Most difficult part of the process has been bringing my dog. Oh boy, you love that doggy. these American companies are insane what they want to charge to assist you.
Yeah. Now, you do have to get what's known as a dog passport to bring it to Thailand. Go onto the Thai website for the embassy in your area, Michael, and they will. There's a little bar there with a question with a looking glass. Type in there, bringing pets to Thailand, and it brings you up on there, and it tells you what you need to do to get your doggy passport.
Definitely, yeah. Daniel Hall, Danny Vega, I love the rain. I'm singing in the rain, singing in the rain. You'll be singing in the rain here, Danny. Greg McGinnis, on the Thai bank account, when you get the debit card and use it at the ATM, does it charge you a transaction fee? No.
No.
Like if you had used your US ATM card?
No. Okay. So first off, Greg, when you get a Thai bank account here, the easiest one to get is Bangkok Bank.
I like it.
That's the one they set you up with. I'm happy with it. I like Bangkok Bank. And anyways, as long as you're using the Bangkok Bank ATM machine, there's no charge. If you're using a different ATM machine from a different bank here in Thailand, there's a 5 baht charge.
That's 5 baht. Yeah, I didn't think there was any, but 5 baht. Wow.
That's the only charge.
15 cents, I wouldn't argue.
Yeah, so 15 cents for using another bank's ATM to withdraw money.
PB Crypto. Hello, Cooper and Brooke here in Ranong. Is that Rayon?
I think he means Rayon.
Every day is beautiful. See you Monday 11, Route 66.
Well, I won't be there this Monday, but I do have subscribers that will be there.
Yeah.
By all means, go meet up with them. I will be at the hospital for my implants and Darling's implants. So we'll both be at the hospital at 12 o'clock. So we're not going to make the 11 o'clock breakfast meet. But as far as I'm aware, we don't have any appointments for the following Monday, so we'll all be there.
Dennis and Marcella going to go? Maybe they'll be there.
They go every Monday, regardless.
Michael Swayze might be there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just grab a Bolt and head over. Simply Social, Cooper and Brooke. Would there be a problem getting a 6-month lease versus a year? Shouldn't be.
What I've spoken to a couple of the big agents here. They do 6-month rentals as a minimum now. So you can get a 6-month rental here, Simply Social, with what's that big one that we went to?
Michael
Bolton. They're the biggest one in Pattaya, real estate agent. And they're really good right there on 2nd Road in Pattaya. So right behind McDonald's, so easy to find. And they said to us they do have 6-month rentals, but they prefer 1 year. But they do 6.
Yeah, and I think too, Coop, that might have been just simply a line they tell everybody. I mean, since then, and Jesus, that's what. No, there's rentals. You know, the guys have got it. You know, it's just you got to be kind of boots on the ground. You got to go knocking on doors. Talk to people, find this, you get a suggestion here and there. There is rentals. Now, simply, if you're looking here in low season, you're going to easily get a 6-month rental because the guy's thinking, holy shit, you're out of here when high season's here. I'm really going to get the money then. So, so he's laughing. So, yeah, you can definitely get those, you know.
And we've had people come to our meet and greets. You know, they're staying in a hotel for a few days, and they'll ask our subscribers that are there, anybody on Jomtien Beach Road, I really like this building, and so say, yeah, I'm in there, and I'm in there too, and I'm in there too. And they'll say, you know, can I get the details of your agent? I'm looking for, you know, a couple months stay. And that's another way of doing it too.
Paul from Scotland, he was staying here, but he only had a month, and then he was, you know, I'd like the beach. Well, it was a referral from the meet and greet. Yeah, he found one down at View Chalet. So, bingo, definitely. David Lowe, what was the name of the bike rental places that has a good reputation, decent prices? That would be King.
That would be King, and he's called AMA Trading, and he's on Facebook. So go into Facebook, do a search AMA Trading, and his name is King, and he lists all the bikes he has for rental and the prices. The longer you rent, the lower the daily rate is. So if you're renting for 1-2 days, you're going to pay the higher rate. A week, you'll get it lower. 2 weeks, you'll get it even lower. A month, you'll get it even lower. And if you did like Brooke did for a whole year, well, you get the lowest rate. So he is great, and he services the bikes himself. So he's got
I
his
think
own
he's on
little
soy bacao.
soy bacao and
Yeah.
patio.
Yeah, he's good.
Hey.
He's a straight up guy.
And what I liked about him is when I contacted him before we got here, and he arranged to have the bikes that we wanted delivered to our condo.
Yep.
We didn't have to go find him or get a taxi down there or anything. He came straight to our condo, brought it there. All he wanted was a copy of our passport. Away we went.
Yep. Yep.
That was it. Paid the
great guy.
deposit and, you know, the fee up front. And he said, "Where you go?"
And I think he even came to pick it up here.
Yeah, he came to pick it up when we
back,
finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. So good guy. Good guy. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a pickup truck with the ramps, and he just brings it and delivers it to wherever you are.
Simply Social. Hey guys, I am a carnivore meat only eater. Should I have a hard time staying on it in Thailand? No.
No, I have friends that are carnivores. Mike, he's a carnivore. Mark, sorry, he's a carnivore. And he's in an expat group and with a butcher. And he gets all his steaks in the freezer packs delivered. And they're cheaper than the supermarkets for the steaks. They're like half price. And he buys it in bulk, you know, by the caseload, and, you know, fills up his freezer because he doesn't eat anything other than meat. He's on the carnivore diet.
Yeah. And you go to macro, it's, I like macro for the meats.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you got the boneless chicken breasts, you got the skin on chicken thighs, you got whatever you want. You got the pork tenderloins, you got pork cuts, you got whatever you need. So they do have beef there as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you won't have a problem.
Yeah, you won't have a problem getting fresh meats out here in Thailand.
Coop's idea, though, he's right. I think if you know somebody in a group and they got a butcher, bingo. That might be a question for the Facebook page, too.
Yeah.
FPB Crypto, I meant Rayon. Yeah,
yeah, we got you.
Danny Hall, over here in the States, the food is like RFK Jr. says, be careful, lots of additives.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the Thai food.
It's good.
Yeah. Easy on the sugar. That's what I would tell them. Though.
Yeah, I tell them no sugar, I'm diabetic. Yeah. And they don't.
No, you'll love the food here. Absolutely. You know, Jackie was not into spicy at all when she got here. Now she loves it. Cape Brown Real Estate Agency 2.0. New to your channel. My question is, what is a great apartment in your area under 35,000 baht? Oh, there's all kinds.
Lots.
Yeah.
Lots under 35. Wow. I mean, you could stay in a 2-bedroom in our condominium complex for 25,000.
For less, yeah.
So, you know, 15 for 10,000 less than that. 35,000, you can stay in the Riviera or the Copacabana, and with a great sea view.
Beach, you'll get a 1-bedroom for less than that even.
Yeah, and they are the sort of upper range of the condominiums here.
Yep.
The Rivieras and the Copacabanas.
Ricardo Crosby, hello, Coop and team. Happy New Year.
And happy New
Year
to you too, Ricardo.
Danny Hall, Danny Vega, I still remember your walking talk when I learned hoi aloy, mak mak.
Yeah.
Mike, you're going to love the food here 20 times better than the States and so cheap.
Yeah, they don't put additives and all that junk that we get in the U.S. in there. Yeah.
You can get a nice container of, real good, like kind of a vegetable fried rice with chicken added, you know, and lots of chicken for like $1.10.
Exactly.
US, you know, crazy. And there'll be a meal.
Yeah, that's a full meal.
Alchemist, Simply Social, any and all meats on a stick is everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I forgot about that.
Shish kebabs.
Yeah, if you're
we call them in the West. Yeah.
Simply Social, any banks you two recommend for travel? Wells Fargo, American Bank, etc. Thanks.
Best American bank for travel is Schwab. If you're not ex-military, Schwab is the best one to do because they reimburse the ATM fees.
Yeah.
If you're ex-military, Navy Federal or USAA would be a good one to go to too.
Yep. Sounds like you're American there, Simply. So
yeah, he is.
Joe Machado. Hey guys, it's Joe from Portugal. How reliable are the banks there? Totally.
Very reliable.
No issues.
Yeah. You can call 333, which is the 1333, which is the number for Bangkok Bank. It's 24 hours customer service.
Nice.
And they speak English.
Yeah.
The first thing when you when the phone rings the other end, you'll get the prompt by the computer. Say for English, press 1, for Thai, press 2, and that's it. You're through to an English operator at the bank, and I mean, I had to call them from Europe when we went on the cruise, as my card was declined, and I was like, wait a minute, and I called them up, and they rectified it in about 5 minutes. Said, okay, try it now, and it worked.
He's Portugal. Like, I can tell you from Canada.
He's American.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
okay.
he's American.
All right, good to
met
know.
him and his wife and his 2 kids.
These banks here, they're more advanced, in my opinion, in some ways. ScanPay being the big one, than Canadian banks. Like, they're more advanced.
And you've never had a Thai bank gone bust?
No.
Like we do in a lot of Western countries.
Not Canada. Our banks are strong.
Your banks are strong, yeah, but America's had it gone bust. Britain has had it gone bust. Over here in Thailand, there's never been a bank gone bust. There's such strict regulations before a bank can even start up in Thailand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of them, but they're big, obviously, and they're protected. So it's no issue with banks here, guys. Africa Islam, what happened with that Centera Azur hotel drama?
I have no idea. You missed me on that. I didn't. It's a bit of news I haven't caught up yet in Thailand.
Scammers or what?
I have no idea.
No, I don't.
I don't know. You got one on me, Africa?
Alchemist, I love my Thai bank account.
I do.
Everybody does. Danny Hall, Danny Vega. Yeah, the California desert. As far as bike stores, I had a Yamaha 920 Virago. That's when I was stationed at 29 Stumps. When I was stationed at Cherry Point, North Carolina, I was riding a Honda 400 something.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes his bikes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of bikers here.
A lot of us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We do bike tours as well. We go out and do things on bikes, go to places. And it's great fun. Last time we did it, we had about 30 of us on bikes, and we all went down to Bank Saray, the fishing village, and stopped at a really good coffee shop that you recommended, and had a great blast.
Coffee Tail, I think it was called.
Coffee Tail. It was beautiful inside. It looked like a cathedral. That's what it reminded me of. It was really beautiful.
$1.10 for a cappuccino.
$1.10 for a cappuccino.
I know where the deals are in cappuccinos, Buster.
There you go.
And that was double what I normally would.
And in regards to California, I have been following the events there. I have family in California, and the LA fires. It's pretty bad. I pray for everybody that's there. Over 10,000 people lost their homes.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I think there's like 6 fires going on right now around LA County.
And that I heard, hopefully it's not true, but that January 1st, a lot of the policies lapsed. I guess one of the companies pulled out or said, no, we're not insuring anymore. Well, that's like 7 days ago.
That's one of my biggest fears. When I saw that on the news, I said to my sister, Tracy, and she lives in California, I said, thank God you're not in that area. She's, a couple 100 miles away. I said, but I can bet you bottom dollar, that a lot of these insurance companies are going to, find some way, a loophole of not paying out.
Sure.
A lot of these properties were beachfront properties too.
They'd be broke.
I
don't know what's
I think I saw like 6 or 8 movie stars, TV stars saying, that's my home's gone. Yeah. Mel Gibson was one, lost his home. He was on Joe Rogan talking about it the other day. He lost his home, and there's, a lot of famous people lost their homes. Yeah. Sad.
The one I saw, like they had the picture from the real estate listing. It was for sale. And it was the waterfront. It was beautiful, big house, 35 million asking. And that's the before picture.
Yeah.
The after, there's nothing there.
No, there was, I saw, a lot of the TV news organizations flying in the helicopters, and you could see there's just blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks of houses, rubble, just now rubble.
Well, the finger pointing will start soon, guys.
Yeah.
Simply Social. Brooke, what do you think about Canada joining the U.S.? Am I able to speak on that?
Of course you can.
Oh, I'd vote
your
yes.
Country.
I'd vote yes.
You would vote yes?
Yeah.
I would vote no.
I mean, there'd be certain conditions, but, okay, here's the key. Canada, and this will never happen, guys. Canada, if they were serious, should have a referendum. The government won't let that happen. They won't let the people decide. And the U.S. should have a referendum. You know, and you know, if both countries said, majority said, yeah, let's proceed with discussions. Bingo. And why I would say that, look, the world is changing. It's going to be changing more than we can imagine. You know, robots will be replacing workers in the next 2-3 years. And, you know, digital currencies are coming, not this fiat money baloney. Maybe bigger is better. And with the U.S. and Canada together, we got the resources.
I think well, you know, I was just joking with you when I said I would vote no.
Oh, you
no.
were being facetious.
I was being facetious. But no, I can see a lot of benefits from both countries. Canada's got a lot of oil. America needs oil for cheaper gasoline prices.
Minerals.
A lot of minerals. America needs lumber. So I think it'd benefit America in that respect. I think it'd benefit Canada in a defense
absolutely
scenario.
Yeah.
Chinese vessels are going around Canada and Newfoundland and all that area regularly, you know, and you don't have a strong navy to deter it. So I think that it can benefit both countries.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
Will it happen? No. Alchemist, Canada has no interest in joining the U.S. Oh, I don't know about that. Pure nuttery. Oh, it's funny. I've met about 6 Canadians here, and the vote currently is 5-1 to join.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, that's a small sample of people that have left Canada for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just financial. It could be they can't stand the politics, the wokeness, Trudeau. You know, there's more than one reason people have, you know, gone. Simply Social, is there a BDO bank in Jomtien? They're all over.
No, there isn't.
BDO.
Oh. No.
Oh,
BDO is Philippine bank.
Shit. What am I saying?
So there is no Philippine bank here in Thailand.
I was thinking Bangkok.
Like there's no Bangkok bank in Philippines. So no, you won't find a BDO bank here in Thailand.
Correct. Sorry about that, Simply Social. I jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Simply Social, does T-Mobile have a minimum plan? Yeah, get on their website. Obviously, I was looking for something that would, number one, because at the time it wasn't Thailand, it was Philippines. I wanted something that would work in the world. So it was called the Magenta Plan. I was a senior at the time, over 50. And yeah, so you got a discount. And currently my plan, it was cheaper when I started, but that was years ago. It's now $40 a month.
Right.
And I get like, I can call anywhere, anytime. No charge. I get free text messages anywhere in the planet. You get data with that too, should I need it, but you know, I don't. So, but yeah, it's worthwhile having that
with no roaming charges.
With no roaming charge. No, never paid a penny on that account other than the $40 a month. So it works great.
Yeah.
But John Bain, salute to the chat from Wahin.
And salute to you, sir. Thank you for coming in from Wahin. Hope you're liking it over there.
Gary Courtney, when does the VA hospital open, and will it be better than in the PI?
Okay, Gary, we have a VA clinic that is now open. It's in Preparedness Hill with a VA doctor, and you can get your meds there.
Oh, bingo.
And you can get your reevaluations for your disability. There is a doctor on site full time there. It's not a hospital, it's a clinic, and it opened about 6 months ago.
Good to know.
So we now have it here.
Hell, I didn't
and
know
it's, I would say it's on par with the one in the Philippines.
Yeah. And see, if Canada was the 51st state, we could access that, I'm sure.
If you are ex-military.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
It's VA, Veterans Affairs. So, yeah, we do have that here. And what's great here in Thailand is that the Bangkok hospital chain, which they have one here in Pattaya, will bill the VA directly for any VA medical related item that you're going there for.
Okay.
You know, so if you had a bad back and you're going there with back complaints and they need to do tests and everything else, they can bill the VA directly for that. And so that's great. So it's, in a sense, it's like a VA hospital. You can Bangkok Bank have an agreement with the VA. They bill them directly.
Good to know.
And if you need your meds, just go to the clinic in Preparedness Hill, and they can see you there, and you can get your medications free of charge.
Simply Social, does anyone know how to get out of a year apartment lease? I'm ready to come there tomorrow. He's ready to jump the gun.
Well, if you're in the States, how to get out of a year lease, I don't know. Maybe speak to the owner, find a tenant that can sublease it, whatever. That might be an option for you. Here in Thailand, basically, you just
You lose your deposit.
and that's it.
That might be the same in wherever you are in the West there.
Yeah.
Might just lose your deposit.
Mm.
Best thing is communicate, communicate with the landlord.
Mm.
Say, hey, this condition is I got to move or whatever, and see what he says. Simply Social. Cooper, it is a $5 charge for the ATM and another charge from your bank.
Depending on what bank you're using. I mean, if you're using Schwab and you're coming over here, there's a 220 baht charge to use the ATM, but they will reimburse you that charge.
Yeah.
Which is great. So you could use the ATM 10 times in a month, which would be 2,200 baht, $70 worth of charges. They will give you that money back into your account on the first of every month. Charles Schwab, USAA, Navy Federal.
My bank in Canada, TD Bank, did not reimburse me. So I found Krung C, the orange one. It gave you the maximum baht withdrawal, 30,000. Yeah, the yellow one, sorry. And so once, month, twice, I'd have to hit it. But I always took out the max. And so, you're paying $5-6 a month for that.
Yeah.
No big deal.
But like I said, if you're using a Bangkok bank account here and you use a different ATM company here, with a different bank like Krung C or SCB, it's only a 5 baht charge.
Bingo.
No matter how much you take
15
out.
cents
per transaction.
Yeah.
15 US cents. Very cheap.
Tim P, good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Greetings from Edmonton at 7 a.m. here. I bet there's snow there. I'm late to the show and still brewing my first Timmy Hortons coffee for Brooke. Oh, you naughty boy, Tim. I'll have to catch up and watch the stream later.
And go back and watch the beginning where we talked about the new easing of getting a Thai driver's license, getting a Thai bank account, and also the ETA online pre-approval for a visa to come to Thailand. We went into full detail of the changes and how surprisingly, I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with that.
They're making it easier and more supportive of retirees. So bingo. Smart on them. Good on them. And Thruckmorton, there's Annie. Hey, everyone. I've been suggesting on Facebook to victims devastated by the SoCal fires to join our expat community here in Thailand. Good
Thank you for that,
Annie. Said about healing. Let others rebuild. Correct.
Yeah. And thank you for that. We do appreciate when people invite other people to join our Facebook group and support our YouTube channel. It means the world to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate it.
Simply Social, any suggestions on how to get a upgrade to business class will help with sleep apnea and stenching.
If you're ex-military, and
okay,
you're a combat veteran, easiest way to get an upgrade, to business class.
Good.
If you're on VA benefits, it's almost at 80% guarantee you're going to get that upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you contact the airline, you say, I'm ex-military, I was in Iraq, I'm on VA benefits, I was injured in the line of duty. Believe me.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah, they're going to give you that free upgrade to business class.
There you go.
I know a lot of people that have come over with VA disabilities, and I said, how was your flight? Oh, I got a free upgrade at the airport to business class.
Good.
So they do look after the veterans.
Sometimes asking and ye shall receive.
And the one that's notorious for doing it the most, I've learned, is Delta.
Delta's good. There you go.
Delta.
Good. Malcolm again. Malcolm Hawken. Tippy does any length leases. It depends on the owners of the condo.
Yeah.
So Tippy's Malcolm's agent at View Tally 5.
Yes.
C. And she does any length of lease, apparently.
So so from 1 month to whatever.
Depends on the owners. Okay, good.
And she's nice. She speaks fluent English. Malcolm introduced me to her. Very nice woman.
I've been in Malcolm's place, guys. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah,
fantastic view.
Oh, yeah. And a couple people that he knows are in the same building, lower floors, mind you, and they love it there.
Yeah, and they got their own private access to Beach Road.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, with security gate. So plus.
Michael Swayze. Hey, Cooper, what phone works best, Android or iPhone? I like Apple, iPhone.
Well, I've been an Android lover for a long time. Darlene made me switch to iPhone. I finally got used to the iPhone, and actually, I like iPhone better than Android now.
There you go.
But for the longest time, I hated iPhone because everything that you wanted to do, you had to go through a thing called iTunes. And I think they got rid of that. You don't have to go through iTunes anymore.
They got their app store.
Yeah, they got their own app store.
The nice thing I like about Apple Coop is you take it out of the box, it works. iPad, same.
Yeah. But both have their pluses.
I'm sure they do. If you're a little more techie, your Android's probably better. But Simply Social, yes, that is excellent. Would love to meet with other carnivores.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to Mark. And when you get out here, just remind me. I'll introduce you to Mark. He's a really nice guy. And he had a YouTube channel. It's called Retirement on a Bitcoin Standard. But he said something on there was a little controversial, and his YouTube channel is no more.
Ixnay.
So he lost his channel. That's one thing you got to be careful saying on YouTube. You know, certain things out of China, Wuhan, could get you banned. So don't mention those on here. And other things. So yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
But he's a very nice guy, and he'll be more than happy to introduce you to the butcher, and you can get all your fresh meats through him.
Butcher, the baker.
And they deliver. They deliver, which is
the
great.
Candlestick.
Yeah.
Maybe. Joe Machado. Hey, guys. It's Joe again from Portugal. Almost there with you guys. Would you recommend where we could rent at first? Yeah, get a hotel room for 2-3 days.
Well, his family of 4.
Okay. Well, they got big rooms there.
Yeah, the 2-bedroom will do them nicely.
Yeah.
There's plenty of 2-bedrooms out here. And there's also houses here that you can rent. You can get a Thai style house here, folks. You know, a 3-bedroom for the price of a 2-bedroom condo here.
25,000 without a pool, maybe
20,000 without a pool.
Oh, bingo. There you go.
You know, you can get out here. If you want to be closer to the beach, you'll be looking at 25, 30.
Okay.
Without a pool, but they do have a communal pool. You know, so that might be something that you might want to consider. I do have a subscriber here currently, Mike. I haven't seen him on the live stream yet, but he's rented a house here, pretty close to Jomtien Beach Road. Yeah.
Bingo. Tim P. Brooke, the election is coming sooner than we hoped. Lawyers in Ottawa have challenged Trudeau's prorogue of Parliament to the Supreme Court of Canada. Hopefully they win that.
Yeah. Yeah. And he says court. Gotcha.
Yeah. Bravo 29. Happy New Year to all. I'm still around, Coop, and watching.
And thank you, Cecil. See, I still remember your name, Bravo 29. His real name is Cecil. Because I asked him, he sent me an email, said, by the way, I'm Bravo 29. My name is Cecil.
Cecil D. Maville. Joe Machado. Hey, guys, it's Joe from Portugal again. Almost there with you guys. Would you recommend somewhere?
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, we got that one. 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yes, Simply Social. Yes, Brooke. 2 weeks ago, the drop policies on houses. They did, the insurance companies. Newscom is totally incompetent. Listen to James Wood.
I did. He
James
lost his home.
house.
He lost his home in
Well,
LA.
I said
Another
the finger
actor.
pointing will start shortly. And they'll be held.
They'll be blaming everybody.
Philip Hunt, once again, thanks for the great advice on the wonderful live stream. It continues to boost my confidence in my retirement in Jomtien, April 16th, but who's counting?
Not long.
Yeah.
I'll be back for the cruise by then, and my mom will be here. So, and she said she's going to come on and do a live stream with me.
You guys
so
are gonna love it.
That'll be a lot of fun.
And definitely come to the meet and greets, guys. You'll meet a lot of similar kindred spirits. You got any questions? Get on Cooper's Facebook group page, Coopersthaiadventures, and boy, you'll get good answers there as to, you know, someone's already blazed the trail. So, yep. Simply Social, estimated 60 billion damages so far. He's talking about the fires.
I think it's going to be a lot higher than that.
So.
And the last report I saw, I think there's like a dozen people died so far in the
fires.
It's
climbing.
Yeah. So, wow.
Vincent, I'm leaving from the States, and the best airfare prices are from EVA Airline or China Airline. Both are Taiwanese airlines. Which one do you recommend?
People have flown EVA, and they said they're quite good.
Okay.
I've never flown China Airways. I've flown EVA once, and oh god, that was like 15 years ago. But yeah, people say EVA Airlines is a very good airline.
I was impressed with Thai Airways and also Philippine Airlines, believe it or not. I've flown a few times.
Yeah.
Impressed with them.
But my favorite airline, Emirates.
Emirates, yes.
My mom's favorite, Cathay Pacific.
Well, you got the big money. Africa Islam, Azure Hotel, Centera Condos, USA Texas court had the hotel shut down and closed, kicked all the guests out of the hotel. But a Texas court run? I think
I think I did hear briefly
Yeah.
about that, where a bunch of people have been evicted, and it was done by another YouTuber, but I didn't watch
some
it.
scam maybe or whatever
I don't
was
know.
going on.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, what they found odd was that it was a Texas court causing something in Thailand to occur, which
Weird.
Yeah. Simply Social. Yes, Canadians do agree to join US. It would benefit the US.
I think it would benefit everybody.
Yeah. Like our businesses, well, number one, our taxes would drop. Our fuel costs would drop immensely. And our businesses, believe it or not, would do very well, have an open access. And too much regulation in Canada, too much tax in Canada. Free healthcare, good luck trying to get it. You know what I mean? Go to the emergency, wait for 9 hours and see what they say. So Simply Social, Bangkok is in Jomtien. Bangkok Bank it's all over.
Yeah, and Bangkok Hospital
is
in Pattaya, which is about 15 minutes away from us.
It's a chain called Bangkok Hospital, and they're great.
Yeah.
Yep.
All over every major city in Thailand.
Yes. Tim P, exactly, Brooke. The government would not let a referendum take place about joining the U.S. because they're afraid they would lose. Why let the people decide?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's their. As a Canadian veteran from Alberta, I'm all in to join the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And me, I would like to see England join the U.S.
Wow, wouldn't that be something?
Because with all the illegal migrants and the problems with the Muslim rape gangs in England, I think it would come to a swift end. And the UK pension, state pension, which is like our Social Security in America, is abysmal. You can't survive on it. You really can't. Not even in Thailand. You know, it is abysmal unless you got a private pension. And I can remember when England left the European Union, a lot of people were saying they would, rather join the USA than be part of the European Union. And there's those that want to be back in the European Union and everything else. And this Keir Starmer, who's Prime Minister of the UK, he made a lot of promises and he's broken just about every one in 6 months that he made. The worst one to me was in England, they have radiators. They call it central heating. And they have, for old age pensioners, they have a winter fuel allowance of £330 a year.
I did hear that, yes.
Well, for an MP, a member of British Parliament, to turn up for work one day in Parliament, gets paid $330, and they canceled the winter payment to the old age pensioners,
which would do them for the winter.
Yeah, which would help them pay for the heating bill for the winter.
Let them freeze.
Yeah. So basically, let them freeze is exactly. And he said, we need to save money for the government. Well, how about you get rid of the 330 extra pounds they get for going into Parliament? They get paid a salary every year for being a MP, a member of Parliament. Why should they get an extra 330 pounds for going in to do their fucking job? I'm sorry, folks, but that upsets me when there's old people,
it's just a live stream.
That have worked hard all their life, and they get such a small amount of money, and they can't afford to buy food and pay for the heating at the same time. And every year in England, there's old age pensioners die from hypothermia, from frostbite, and all that, because they can't afford to heat it. They don't put the radiator on because it costs too much money. And that chaps my hide. It really does, because I served with British people in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they were absolutely fantastic. They love their country just as much as Americans, veterans that I've met. And, for them to be in that situation, and while the government's raking it in, is absolutely wrong. I'm sorry.
Less government is better government.
And I'm not pro-Labor or pro-conservative or anything like that, but you got to look after your elderly. They're the ones that built the damn country. You need to look after them, is my view.
True. Simply Social. Cooper, do you have to do the Foreign Forms program, cover overseas traveler?
You will get forms from the Thai bank, Bangkok Bank. If you're American citizen, they have all the American forms that you need to fill in. So yeah, you will do that.
Simply Social Cooper, do you use your VA ID to join the VA clinic there?
I do not have VA benefits. I was never injured in the Army. I
Oh,
was injured
private.
as a defense contractor, which is not covered under
Oh,
VA.
that's not covered, even though
No.
you were working. Oh,
Even
that's
though I
not-
was working for the U.S. Army, it's not covered.
No.
That's done privately through the BDA, Base Defense Act, not through the VA. To get your VA benefits over here, you have to register on the website in the U.S. and it is called, I can't remember the name of it. Now it's stopped. I don't have it. So on the Facebook group, they will know the answer to it. There's a website that you have to go on to get VA benefits overseas.
Okay.
And it's
Good to
really
know.
easy. It takes about 2 weeks to activate.
There's lots of
If it
VA,
comes to me during the show, I'll shout it out to you, Simply Social.
there's lots of VA members here. FMP. There you go.
is the name of the website.
White Lime, if you're from UK, you can get a Tesco mobile PayG SIM card, and you only need to send a text every 6 months to keep it active. Good to know. And your UK number costs £1 per text. Oh, geez, that ain't cheap, is it?
But you only have to do that once every
Yeah.
6 months, so that's a great idea.
Well, unless they want to, authorize you, and then maybe it's a tax to do that. But at least it works.
Yeah.
Everybody pay that. Yeah.
There you go.
Leo, I was telling you about that phone issue he had. It cost him $14 every time he had to get a message, turn his phone on. For Canada, I'm talking, with Rogers. Yeah. Fred Quinn, is Tippy a rental agent? Yes.
Yeah.
Or represent one particular building in Jompton? I think she's an agent for more than one building.
She is. She
Yeah.
manages many buildings, and her office is in View Tele 5C.
Yeah.
On the ground floor, you just go in there and go see Tippy.
Yep.
And her name's on the door. I had it in the video I did with Malcolm, the interview I did with him, and showed his condo. And I actually said, this is Tippy. She's the agent. Here you guys go. There's her email address, line number, and phone number if you want to contact her. Go back to that video. It was only 2 months ago on the channel, one of the last videos we made before I started. I stopped making videos and only did live streams because of my implants. So go back, Fred, see that video. And it's about at the 10-minute mark, if I remember correctly, 10-11-minute mark. And you'll see her details in the video.
And Malcolm recommends her highly, and he can be trusted.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's long-term business, and
Yeah.
I think she's got a sizable staff too, so
Yeah.
she knows what she's doing. W, hi from Queens, New York. Once the fires are out, people will be lining up to buy any plot of land for millions where someone doesn't want to rebuild. Yeah, true to that. The Palisades is between Malibu and Santa Monica. Well,
Yeah, that's got hit the worst
let the games begin.
because it's coastal property.
Yeah.
You know, the 101 freeway is the coastal freeway up that area, LA. And I saw the news of just about all the businesses and houses completely burnt to the crisp.
Yeah.
And they were beachside properties right there on the side of
You
the road.
wonder sometimes with new zoning bylaws and clearances, allowances, whether even they can rebuild in some cases, so interesting times ahead for the poor people. Jim, hey Coop, I'd like to see you and Sean together again.
We'll see. Once we get the teeth done. I know Sean's eager to get back and film with me again. I did speak to him a little while ago.
Okay.
Sean has told me, by the way, that he's only able to do 1 year rentals now.
Okay.
He can no longer do monthly or 6 monthly. It's minimum 1 year.
Donald, WDLF1, what are some of the other benefits of residency?
No
No 90-day check-in.
No 90-day check-in.
Work.
You can work here legally.
Yeah.
So on a retirement visa, you can't work. So you can't even go out and wash your car. It's considered work. Paint your house. It's considered work.
Wow.
Mow your own lawn is considered work. You're retired. You're not supposed to be doing any of that. You should be hiring, a a gardener to come by, and clean your pool or mow your lawn. If you want to wash your car, then you should be going to the car wash to get it washed. So there's a lot of restrictions for retirees here.
Multiple entry, not an issue
Nope,
anymore.
don't need it. You're a permanent resident.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so there's a lot of benefits.
Now, as far as you can still own condos,
yes, but you can't own
still don't own the land.
No.
Once you become the next step above permanent citizen, you're okay to.
Once you become a citizen, all the doors open for you. So you're just like a Thai. You can buy land. You can own a gun. Even on a permanent resident, you still can't own a gun in Thailand. You have to be a Thai citizen to own a gun. But I've never felt the need to have a weapon in Thailand.
No.
I mean, back in the States, I had over 10 guns.
You did?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, I lived in Arizona and California.
I used to go area.
No, we used to go out hunting all the time. Okay. Me and my old man and my granddad, we'd always go out hunting, deer season, we go out hunting, bear season, we go out hunting, we had a whale of a time. Rabbit season, be out there hunting too, My grandfather knew how to cook a rabbit. I'll tell you, it was rabbit stew. Ooh, really good. People look at me like, you're crazy. You eat rabbit? Yeah, I had rabbit. It was good. But no, my family's always had guns. My grandfather was a rancher, so he had to keep the guns to keep the coyotes out. If the coyotes came towards the horses or the chickens, he was able to shoot them, legally. So, we always had guns in the family, and I've loved guns all my life. Guns aren't dangerous. The person is the danger.
True.
So, but here I'm okay with not owning a gun. I've never felt the need for my safety or anything else. And if I want to go shooting, there's loads of shooting ranges out here.
Yeah.
That you can go shooting. They got just about every gun that you can imagine that you can go shooting with. Automatic weapons, semi-automatic pistols,
Smith and Wesson.
Long range rifles, whatever you like, you can go shooting.
What's that? 44 Magnum? That was a big one.
Yeah, 44 Magnum,
357s, right? Yeah, you can get that even. What a kick that would have.
Get them all here.
Great. Big Al, there's Big Al. Good day, all from cold Montreal. 26 days to go, but who's counting? Mm-hmm. We will be staying at a hotel for a few days. Smart. Can you suggest a Thai rep we can hire to visit condos in mind for a few hours to help us look or book, say?
Oh, there's quite a few out here. The best one and the biggest one is what we mentioned earlier, which was
Tippy?
No, the biggest one we went to behind.
Thomas Bolton.
Bolton.
Or Bolton Real Estate, I guess.
Bolton Real Estate. They're the biggest one, and they got the most property.
Alan Bolton.
Bolton. So you contact them. They all speak fluent English, even the Thai workers in there. They all speak fluent English, very friendly people. And, if there's somewhere there specific you're looking for, 9 out of 10, they got it on their books.
Al, when you're here, and for anybody, the hotel, a few days is good. Get on that Facebook page, Coopersthaiadventure, put in your requirements there, where you'd like to be, and you'll get answers. And other tip I would say, don't be afraid to knock on any door. You're walking down the street. You don't even have to see a sign. You go into the juristic office. Hey, do you rent here? Mm-hmm. Usually somebody will speak English there, and they'll say, yeah, well, what are you looking for? Blah, blah, blah. And bingo, you might even find one. And sure, you might have to do it 10 different locations, but you'll find something. And so don't be afraid of taking on the job yourself.
Yeah.
And
in case any of you are wondering, well, Cooper, they're so big. Why don't you work with them and film on your YouTube channel? Well, the reason I don't is because they already have 3 YouTubers working with them.
Okay.
Showcasing their properties. So they really don't need another YouTuber.
Oh, they wouldn't be as good as you.
But that doesn't matter. So no, that's why I don't work with Alan Bolton and showcase their properties, because they already have 3 YouTubers doing it. So give a notification. We got 93 thumbs up so far.
Nice.
Only 7 more needed, and we hit our magic 100.
Bingo.
That
new record.
Love to hit. So 7 more people. Whatever you're doing right now, hit the thumbs up. It's free.
Smiling from ear to ear.
Help us get to that 100.
Zoe, good morning. Glad I seen your channel this morning. Just subscribed and liked the video. Thank you very much. So Any recommendation to finding a Muay Thai or cooking school? I'm applying for a DTV visa, or company you suggest.
Now, there are several Muay Thai schools here.
Yeah.
The biggest one is opposite Terminal 21 Mall, and is inside and it's air-conned. So a lot of people like that. They do have several gyms here that that are sort of open air gyms, and they have fans, and they teach Muay Thai there. But the most prominent one is the one opposite Terminal 21. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, and you can learn Muay Thai there. For the DTV visa, I think it's going to take place of the education visa eventually.
Okay.
And you also asked about cooking schools. Well, any of the visa agents here will be able to tell you which ones offer it for the cooking program, so you're staying within your visa guidelines. I don't know of any personally, Zoo, but I do know there are plenty out here. There's culinary courses, there's scuba diving courses that you can do on an education visa, learn Muay Thai, learn massage, all different things. I think there's a list of over 20 different courses you can do. And if you're here on the DTV visa, I would get with one of the agents that offer the services, and they'll be able to put you in touch with the best school.
Yeah, they're definitely here
at the price range you're looking for.
Check the Facebook page is another option, guys, and videos on YouTube.
Yeah, because Google you're now a subscriber, so you're eligible to join our Facebook group in the banner down below. It's called Coopersthaiadventure Community. Go on there, join our group. We have over 300 people out here, boots on the ground, that have subscribed to our channel and now moved out here because of our channel. And they'll be able to advise you. We do have a lot of people going through some courses out here. A couple doing Muay Thai. We do have people doing language courses, and I'm sure there's several of them that maybe even doing the culinary courses too.
Just answer the questions, especially the one with the rules that you agree to follow.
Yeah,
that's all.
Just answer yes to the 4 questions, and you're in.
There's people wanting to join and they don't answer any question. I think they're bots, so they get declined. So, Tim P, Eugene Levy, yep. I think he's Canadian of SCTV, and the recent Schitt's Creek is from Ontario. Yeah, there you go. And lost his home on Malibu Beach to the fire, and his house was down on the waterfront. Oh, a lot of them were.
A lot of ordinary people that aren't famous lost their homes too.
Sure.
A lot of people, there's no way they can afford to rebuild. Because the taxes in California, which is the highest taxes in the country, property taxes, a lot of them can't afford to rebuild. I saw earlier today, there was a guy that refused to evacuate and got a big powered garden hose, and he kept the fire back from his house. Every house around him burnt down, but his house is still standing. He says, we've had this house since the 1960s. I grew up in this house. My mom and dad built it. There's no way to replace it, and plus I couldn't afford to replace it. He says, I was willing to die for my house.
Apparently there was no water in the fire hydrants. Some big reservoir was empty that should have been
There
full.
was water in the fire hydrants. However, because of the mass fires that were there, it was too much demand on the system. No pressure. They didn't have the pressure, and a lot of them lived up in the mountains and the hills. You got to get that pressure up there, and when you're using it down below, there's no pressure coming out. So there was water in the reservoirs. There was one reservoir that was under maintenance. So I don't pay too much attention to the fake news. And that one was down because of maintenance issues, but all the other reservoirs were up and running.
All right, we're getting on 2 hours here.
Yeah.
So Simply Social. Yes, Brooke Cooper, bring it on to the table and let the people vote on it. Talking about
Canada,
51st state.
Yeah.
Big Al, if we get our money at par with the U.S., sign me up. Not worried about the health system. It sucks big time anyway in Canada. He's right there.
Yeah.
Simply Social. Socialism is terrible. Yes, the fire chief in L.A. Makes $500,000 a year. What a joke.
Yeah, some people get paid big bucks. Yeah.
Simply Social. It's getting bad in the U.S. Same in Canada.
It's worldwide, guys. Worldwide.
Alchemist. I'm surprised there's a lack of Canadian national pride. No, we got pride. It's just Trudeau's done us, no favors. Why not Mexico join too? Yeah, well, invite them. See, let them have a. We can call them Cold America and Hot America. Alchemist. Greenland after annexation will be called even more America.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Greenland there. I did.
You were
see...
in Greenland, weren't you?
No, Iceland.
Oh, Iceland. Yeah.
I don't know. Greenland's off the coast of Canada.
Okay.
Just north to the east a bit of Canada. But I don't know what's going to happen in regards to Canada. They did have the prime minister of Greenland, or the president, whatever he's called, on TV. And he said that he was willing to sit down and talk with the American government because they're owned by a European country and operated, and they don't want to be tied. They want to be an independent country. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen?
Denmark is
Denmark,
whatever.
Yes.
So you have to apply for foreign medical program. It's
Yeah.
a form you fill out and submit to the VA.
Yeah, which is FMP. Yes. Thank you, Zoe.
Daniel Hall, U.S. citizens are exempt from the ETA requirement, must carry proper ID, such as a valid U.S. passport, December 9th, 2024, from Google search.
Yeah, there are several countries exempt. Several will not be. They, it's only right now, Daniel, that USA is exempt, and England, Australia, Canada too. But they're saying it's going to be mandatory for everyone going forward. But they haven't released the date of when that'll happen.
Yeah, you got to check. I mean, I had no idea I had to do an ETA for Australia. I mean, we're both Commonwealth, but yep, did.
Yeah.
Tim P. Canada has zero national pride, even less in its military. Our military is a joke. Unlike the U.S., where people fly the American flag on the front lawn, we used to have pride until immigration got out of control. He's got a lot of sense there. Not that, like, listen, our government decided not to support our military. I mean, we got terrific trained fighting men, but our equipment, I mean, they're using FN World War I rifles. My buddy was telling me, going into Vietnam, like, what the?
In England, where I lived, people that had the British flag out their property, hanging on the wall outside the property, they were actually told by the council they had to take it down. It was offending the Muslims.
Yeah. Bingo.
Yeah, you can't even have your own flag. Yeah.
Simply Social, they are planning on making it a smart city, just like what happened in Hawaii. Did you notice the trees remain green and untouched? Yeah, that was a little.
Because they got the automatic sprinkler system.
Oh, maybe that's
yeah.
It. Richard Woolley, Oprah is already on her way to buy up all the property in California. Good luck. Donald, WDLF. Hi, guys. I will be looking for a Corvette. Have you seen any?
Yes, loads.
You've seen them in here.
I've seen quite a few of them. They got the new model Corvette, and it's super sexy.
I wouldn't say there's loads, but they're here.
Yeah, they got a dealer in Bangkok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tesla's here too, guys.
Yeah.
Denny Hall, I have absolutely no problem not doing any work.
Yeah, go.
Well, you got a lot of compatriots here. I feel
Yeah.
the same way. Simply Social was in a nice neighborhood too. Okay. Richard Woolley, when Canada joins the States, they can have guns again. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they should be able to.
Trudeau
Right
took
to
them
bear
away.
arms.
Alchemist, Thailand is a target-rich environment.
It is. It is. When you come out here, you're going to feel like you're $1 million, folks. You're going to feel like you're staying in a nice up-class place. Condominium complexes here are super beautiful.
Yep.
With all the amenities you can ask for, gyms, saunas, steam rooms, jacuzzis, really big swimming pools. Some have got libraries, game rooms, pool rooms, restaurants on site. I mean, it's everything that you could want,
And if you're a single guy, I don't care how old you are, what condition you are, you'll find a nice lady here.
Yeah.
As long as you got some money.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of money.
No money, no honey. Tim P. In Canada, I already have guns, the ones the government doesn't know about and will never know about and will never get.
Well, they know now,
body.
Tim. No, just joking.
Dude, Canada has guns. We just can't use it all for self-defense and only use it at the gun range. If you are a criminal, you can use guns pretty much anywhere, though. Yeah. The only people that have guns are the criminals. Delcamus, Donald WD. I've seen a few Corvettes pop up on local Facebook marketplace here. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can buy secondhand ones, and they do have a dealer in Bangkok too. So
good.
Yeah.
White Line EVO 360 Muay Thai is known for DTV success. Okay,
there you go. Thank you
for
for the tip. White Line Evo 360 is part of the DTV scheme, so you can go there and do your Muay Thai training. Thank you for that.
BHA, where is the best dental place in Pattaya for veneers? All kinds of them.
There's 100 different ones out here. The ones that people recommend the most is called the International Dental Clinic.
Okay.
In Pattaya.
PDIC, I think is
PDIC.
Yeah. But listen, there's streets here where every fourth shop is a dental clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, get boots on the ground, go knocking on doors, references, get on the Facebook page, ask, you'll get lots of recommendations.
Yeah.
Donald again. Thanks, Mr. Alchemist. You're welcome. So White Line, thanks. I'll look into it.
There you go.
Simply Social. Firemen DEI hire were using women's purses to put out the fire. Oh,
yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Alchemist, water pumps can only pump so much. Fingerprinting at this time over nonsense.
Yeah, they can only pump so much, and
finger pointing.
You can't really put the blame on that. This was just widespread, and it happened in like 6 or 7 areas around LA, so there's no way they can handle that much volume, and keep the pressure up. It was just impossible.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, I don't think they were prepared, obviously.
Well, I mean, they never thought it'd happen on this scale. California gets fires every year. It's a desert, so yeah, they get forest fires every year. When I graduated from high school, I worked for the California Conservation Corps, called CCC, and we went out fighting forest fires in Northern California, north of Richmond, the other side of San Francisco, and the Oakland Bridge. And we were up there for a year. I took a year out between college and high school, and I helped as a volunteer for the CCC. And I met firefighters that have been doing this every year for like 20 years. And, it's just an annual thing, it's very dry. It's desert, some people are saying, that it was arsonists that actually caused the fire.
Who knows?
Because it's winter in California right now, so in LA, it's not exactly hot right now. It's, it's sort of 70 degrees. It's not that hot. It's not above 100, so if it's arsonists, well, then they need to get out there and arrest these people and, make them spend their life in prison and never come out, in my opinion, because over 12 people are now dead because of it.
Yeah, too many. Simply Social. Cooper, they cut the budget by 70 million, could not hire good fire people because of woke policies.
I heard it was actually 15 million, and it was just to stop the fat cats from getting, the large bonuses and stuff like that. Yeah.
Simply Social. Regs again taking dry trees and kindling from woods. The Big T told them how to do it 4 years ago. They did not listen. He's talking about Donald.
Well, they need to reinvest in infrastructure. I think after this, it's going to be a big wake-up call. And I think that, they can work bipartisan to fix the problem and maybe get some new pumps in there, whatever they need to do, make the water pressure better, so this can never happen again.
Somebody have an inquiry, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Tim P. Denmark owns Greenland.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Simply Social. Millions of gallons of fresh water from the North Mountains put it into the ocean versus saving in the reservoir to save a fish.
Yes, and that is true. And it was because of an Indian reservation that been having these fish for a long time. And, I believe everybody has a right to live. All animals have a right to live on the planet. This wasn't so much of the fresh water up there to save the fish. This was that it was on such a devastation, such a large level. We're talking tens of thousands of acres here, probably in the region of 40,000 acres, in 7 different areas. There's no way the pumps could have kept going. I'm sorry. It's just, and the high winds played a big contributing factor. If they didn't have the high winds, these fires would have been contained. But when the high winds and the sparks are flying, and they're flying, 100 feet down the road, and catching somebody else's house on fire, it's a shame. And I don't think we can put the finger at anybody or any one thing. I think this has been a learning lesson, and I think that they're really going to invest hard into the infrastructure to install better pumps, more fire hydrants, and possibly even more water reserves to fix the problem.
Tim, FNC1.
Okay.
Simply Social. They tried the same thing in the U.S. Our military trying to weaken it. Trump will change that. Cannot wait for him to get in. Okay, good. Tim P. Thanks, Coop, Brooke, and Arlene. Another great show for the books. Stay well.
And you too. Thank you, Tim P. We're going to wrap this up. We're at over 2 hours now.
Simply Social. Does your group have a list of recommended food places?
Yes, we do.
I'm sure. Check out the group.
Yeah.
Alchemist. It was a strong winds, 100 mile per hour. Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Simply Social. Other country has more force, and like the T said, they have system to prevent it. Frickin' Nescom did not care and gave money to the illegals.
I'm not pointing fingers.
Simply Social. I will. It was preventable if they did the right thing. Correct.
We can all say that in hindsight.
Again, they are worried more about a fish versus the people.
No, that's a different kettle of fish there. And yes,
here you
pun
go.
intended. It was different thing altogether. One thing had nothing to do with the other there. Simply, don't follow Fox News. I know they want to smear Newsom. I don't follow CNN or anything like that. I follow why did I come to this opinion? Because I follow KCAL News. KCAL is Los Angeles news station, and they were there interviewing all the people on the ground, the firefighters, the emergency workers, the engineers and all this. And they said, look, this hasn't got anything to do with reservoirs. We had the water. I know we're over time, Brooke. They had the water. It was the pumps that couldn't get it to all the supply at one time. It was just overwhelmed the system.
Social. Most of us come here to escape, not inventing partisan political froth.
Yeah,
correct, Armando. Mikey, incompetence contributed to this tragedy. It's all coming out.
Don't
not on this channel. It ain't. Simply Social. Fish. Oh, forget the fish. This was about the visa changes, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Love the show. Hey,
and thank you, Richard.
Come here
Woolley.
for your entertainment.
Thank you, Alchemist.
Thanks, Cooper.
And finally,
go to BT, go BTC. Yes, we're gonna get that Bitcoin up this week, Cooper. It's go to the moon.
I hope so. I need a vacation.
You do.
So thank you, everybody, for coming on.
That's
as and when, that's the last comment. And as and when we get updates here in Thailand, we always put them straight away in a live stream. Any visa news, any immigration news, any changes to anything, Thai taxes, you name it, we'll put it out here on the channel first. So thank you all for coming on and watching. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's just have a quick count, see how many we actually got. Let me just reset the YouTube video and
hit that thumbs up, guys.
If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. We're about to go off. And we are at 107 likes.
Yes, a new record.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless you. And until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all, and stay tuned.
Plus.